1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show.
Yeah, I've realised around 15 years old, I was like, okay, life it's not going to be easy, is it? It's really not. So, yeah.
That's interesting. Sad that you feel a bit like that, really, but yeah, that's unfortunate. What about you, Cuz?
Yeah, I do feel like the enforcer as well, but not in that aspect. I just feel life could do with giving me more money. You know, like I could be driving, instead of driving a Nissan Juke, I could be driving a G-Wagon, for instance, you know. But it's not to be, you know. So in that sense, I feel like life's been unfair to me. No, I'm joking. But yeah, on a serious note, I don't really see the negatives. I don't see the negatives in life. I look at it and I think, okay, so there are people that are worse off. That's how I console myself. So I look at things and I think some people are worse off. And I don't know how worse off they are, but I just know that whatever I'm going through in life is not as bad as some people. All right, so I'll give you an example. You look at the news, and there are people in Palestine, for instance, and they're there cramped in a little car. You can see they've got the duvet there and everything, and they're driving back home, and there's no home. There's no home for them to go back to. So they're driving back to this rubble. There's a big rubble there, and they're driving back there, and they're smiling, and they're happy. They're like singing. I'm like, what are you singing about? And that sort of consoles me. I think to myself, what have I got to complain for? What have I got to complain about? There are parents. There's a couple that I know when I used to live up in London, and they used to come to the Kingdom Hall. This is a young couple that's just got married. Not just got married, but they got married, and shortly after they had this little boy. Now you would think most parents would be like, they'll be happy to have a child when they've got married. And this little boy suffered till he was about 3, and then he died. And it wasn't easy for the parents. You could tell they looked exhausted all the time because this child won't sleep, because obviously it's not the child's fault, is it? The child is ill. And you can tell with all the tubes coming out of the child's, and they still make it to the Kingdom Hall. They come to the Kingdom Hall, they push him in a pram, and you can see the mom just going out every 10-15 minutes just to cater for the needs of this little child and adjust the machine. I didn't know what was wrong with the child. I don't like being intrusive, but those are just 2 examples, and there are many other examples. You could see somebody smiling today, and tomorrow their life is just turned upside down. And I wake up and I have the full use of my eyes, my ears. I might not have it after watching England tonight, but anyway, I have the full use of my eyes, my mouth. I still have friends around me that I can talk to. I haven't had anybody die on me in the last 2 years. No, actually a year. And I just think, well, I'm still getting on. And so I like to look at the positives in life. I like to look at things that are working for me rather than things that aren't working for me, because you could go through life depriving yourself of the simplest joys. You can,
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the show go with a bang, with fun.
Just the simple things that you can enjoy in life. You could deprive yourself by yourself by just dwelling on the negatives. Oh, I could have that. Oh, I could have this. Oh, I could do this. I could do that. And the situation I find myself, I'm just like, okay, this is my situation. I'm grateful. And I do try to better myself, but I don't really focus on the negative. So when people say life's not fair, and I look up who's talking about it, I don't know what they're going through. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what they're going through, and we deal with problems differently. We process it differently. Yeah, I could have a broken thumb from playing football, and somebody else could have a broken spine from doing other dangerous sports. Now, my broken thumb could be worse to me than the person with a broken spine. The person with a broken spine might think, well, you know what? All right, so I'm going to be confined to a wheelchair. I'm thinking, my hand, I wish I just get better, you know. But we have to look at the positives, because if you don't look at the positive, we ain't got long to live anyway. You know, if you don't enjoy today and tomorrow comes with its stupid anxieties, what are you going to do? You've piled on yesterday's anxieties on top of today's anxieties, and then you're just depressed. So I like to. So I don't think life's been unfair. But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I'm not down sometimes. Everybody has their down moments, don't they? But I don't let it last. And I don't hang around people that are always talking about, because it depresses me. Not because I don't like them. It's not because I don't want to help them. But it brings me down. I'm thinking, oh, I have to feel that way because they feel that way now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't look at the negatives. Yeah. So I think life is good. Not because it's good, but because I want to see it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've covered all the bases there. You've very comprehensive answer about life, because in many ways, I guess, any one person can say life feels unfair, and it depends what the standard is, what your criterion is. If it's financial wealth, as you jokingly said at the beginning, then probably life is unfair for a majority of people. When you think that rich people, wealthy people have got all the options of what they do, when they do it, and so on, and some people would judge that to be unfair. But I think I agree with what you said, that it's much better, if we can, to focus on what we have got than what we haven't got, because then we're not going to go into lots of frustration.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the show go with a bang.